I am wondering why would this mom share a reel where she and her son are facing away? And here, why is this little one almost out of the video frame? And in this other reel, why isn't his face shown? Could it be that this mom doesn't know how to make videos for social media?
Oh, look at that little baby, so cute. Oh, and look at that boy in a bicycle. Oh, that's wonderful. The parents singing a song along with their child. That's nice. Love it. And then this little cutie dancing. Oh my goodness. That's nice. But I wonder who else is watching these pictures? I wonder what would be their motives. I went visit my son and his wife and my granddaughter one afternoon, and when I was there, they said something I was not expecting. They said, "Mom, please don't post any pictures of our baby on social media." And I was immediately in shock. I was hurt. I thought, she's my granddaughter. I want to show her. I love her. I just want to share that joy with the people I care about. But then they sat me down and showed me 3 videos. And I sat there watching them, and something in me just went cold. I went home that evening, opened every account I had, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it was, and deleted every single photo I had ever posted of my kids. Everyone. It was sad, but it was necessary. And something shifted in me that day, something that goes deeper than just protecting privacy. I realized that what my son and his wife were protecting wasn't only safety, it was possibility. Their daughter's right to step into the world and write her own story without a digital trail she never agreed to. That's what this episode is about, and I want to invite you, before we even get started, to check the description of this episode. I put those 3 videos there. Watch them and judge by yourself. Come to your own conclusions, because what I saw changed the way I think about every photo I've ever shared of a child. Something is happening right now, quietly, without our permission, putting our children at risk in ways we never imagined when we first opened those apps. By the end of this episode, I want us to understand what that risk really looks like, why it matters for our children's future, and walk away with 3 clear things we can do starting today. Here's what most of us don't fully understand about the photos we post. When we upload an image of our child to a public social media platform, that image doesn't just live in our profile. It gets indexed, it gets scraped, and increasingly it gets used by AI systems trained on images collected from across the internet. A photo of your 4-year-old at the beach can end up as training data for a facial recognition model. A video of your teenager dancing can be used to create a deepfake. And a photo of your newborn, that one from the hospital with those tiny hands, is now part of a permanent digital record that your child never consented to. The part that struck me cold is, by the time your child is old enough to have dreams, to want a career, to apply for something, to step into the world as their own person, there may already be a digital profile of them that they didn't create it and can't control. We want our children to be possible. We want their futures to be wide open. And without realizing it, we may be narrowing those futures before they even begun. Now, I want to be clear about something. We didn't do this out of carelessness. We did it out of love. We grew up passing photo albums at family dinners. We graduated to group texts and email chains. And then social media arrived and gave us something even better, a way to share our happiest moments with everyone we love all at once. It felt natural. It felt generous. And I was right there with everyone else. I posted photos of my kids growing up. I shared milestones. I was proud and I wanted the world to see them. But the landscape changed, and we didn't all get the memo at the same time. The traps we fall into look like this. We assume that because our intent is love, the outcome is safe. But intent and outcome are not the same thing on the internet. We assume that because our account is set to friends only, we are protected. But we cannot control what our friends share, screenshots, or repost. We assume AI and identity theft happen to other families, not ours, until someone in our family tells us otherwise. My son and his wife made a decision before their daughter was even born. Her face would not be on the internet. Not because they were afraid, but because they wanted her future to be hers to write. When they showed me those videos, I understood, and I felt the weight of every photo I had already posted of my children. After the break, I want to give us something concrete to do with all of this. We've been sitting with something that most of us have never fully paused to consider: the digital footprint we are creating for our children without their knowledge or consent. Once we really see it, most of us want to do something about it. Before we get back into it, I want to take a moment for today's sponsors, and this one is personal. Inspire is a women's activewear brand founded by someone I truly love, my niece Marianne. And what she has built is exactly the kind of thing this podcast is about. She didn't wait for the perfect moment. She created something. Activewear designed for real women who move, who show up, who do the work. If you are looking for workout clothes that actually fit the way your body moves, whether you are in a barre class, running, or just trying to feel good in what you are wearing, head to weareinspired.shop. And if you want to fuel your training with Marianne herself, she has free barre workouts on her YouTube channel. Find her at youtube.com/at weareinspiredhn. Go check her out. Support women who are building something beautiful. That's what we are here for. We looked honestly at what's happening and why it matters. Now here's what we can actually do about it. I'm gonna give you 3 steps, practical ones, starting with the easiest one. Step 1, do a social media audit tonight. Go through your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you post, and look at every photo or video that includes a child's face. Ask yourself, is this public? Could it be shared or screenshot by someone else? Does this child's family know it's there? This is not about guilt. It's about awareness. When I did this audit, I found photos going back that I had completely forgotten about. The act of really seeing them was enough. Step 2, set a family policy and say it out loud. My son and his wife had a policy before they even needed to enforce it. They talked about it, they told family members clearly and with love. We can do the same. It doesn't need to be a confrontation. Something as simple as, we've decided as a family that we are keeping the kids off social media. We'd love to share it privately. Do you want me to add you to a family group chat? That's enough. One sentence, one conversation, and done. Step 3, move the sharing, not the love. the joy of sharing doesn't disappear. It moves somewhere safer. A private family group, a closed photo album app, a simple text thread. Grandparents still see the birthday cake. Cousins still watch the dance recital. But only the people you actually trust have access, not the algorithm, not the scrapers, not the stranger you'll never know. And for those of us, like me, who had years of photo already out there, it's not too late to make a different choice going forward. I deleted what I could, changed my settings, and made peace with the fact that I didn't know then what I know now. None of us did. Protecting our children's possibilities starts earlier than we think. On this podcast, we talk a lot about not letting fear, guilt, or other habits steal our own dreams. But our children deserve that same protection before they are even old enough to dream. They didn't choose to have a digital footprint. We created it for them. And now we get to choose something different. There is nothing to be ashamed of in that. The moment we know better, we do better. And that is what it looks like to be a parent or grandparent or an aunt or a sibling who says, my child's future is possible. And I will not let anything, not even my own good intentions, get in the way of that. Before this week is over, pick at least one account and spend 15 minutes going through any photos or videos that include a child's face. Not to delete everything, not to panic, simply to look and know what's there. Awareness is the first act of protection, and 15 minutes is all it takes to start. If you feel like this episode moved something in you, or if you've already been on this journey and want to share what you learned, send me a message on Instagram at Angela Bendeck. I read everyone. And if there is a parent in your life who needs to hear this, a new mom, a grandmother, a sibling, share this episode with them. Not to scare them, because information is how we protect the people we love. And I'll be super happy that you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any episode of this podcast. I'll see you next week. Thanks for being here. Until the next time, keep saying I'm possible.
Say, 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 say.